head trauma, which occurs most often in accidents involving bicycles and even tricycles.
After a break, we'll find out how the war on drugs played out in the mayoral campaign today. Plus a look at a very busy holiday weekend for area food stores.
From the look on his face, I knew something was wrong.
I needed something to fill Easter baskets. I'd been unusually jumpy and, well, I dropped all the eggs.
We didn't have any eggs, but I was able to show him a nice frost-free refrigerator.
TVs, stereos, appliances, and talk about affordable. Hey, you're looking at a guy who only works once a year.
I showed him a Samsung touch-control microwave oven for only $99.
Highland came through for me. They really saved my tail.
Somehow the news is getting around about Dunkin' Donuts. My donut's coming up to 52 varieties with no cholesterol. My donuts are made with the finest ingredients and no cholesterol. My donuts are made fresh with no cholesterol. Dunkin' Donuts now up to 52 cholesterol-free varieties. Look who's here. I want your donuts.
If a scientific diet is what you feed your pets, you know you have to go out of your way to find them and pay more than you want to buy them. That's why we're introducing Expert, a scientific diet from the makers of Pedigree and Whiskas. For dogs, for cats. Developed with our veterinarians who are determined to create a great-tasting scientific diet.
And you can find Expert diets at your nearby Dominic's Fine Food store. No one cares more for your pets than Dominic.
New Expert, a great-tasting scientific diet.
Spring, when one's fancy turns lightly to thoughts of trucks. Your Great Lake GMC truck team announces $1,000 cash back on US 15 Sonoma pickups and S Jimmys. Get $500 on new 91 Sierras. Test drive the new 4-door S Jimmy with standard anti-lock brakes and optional 4-wheel drive. So this spring, save some big bucks on some incredible trucks at your Great Lake GMC truck team dealer. Because winter was no picnic.
A pro-reform rally today by at least 200.
All that and more on Eyewitness News at 5. Joel, Marianne.
Thanks, Diane. Sports is next for us. Charles Barkley is fined for spitting. Jim Rose is next with all of the details. Plus a look at a unique marketing plan by a baseball card company.
Marshall Fields.
Close time.
Carson's.
Close time.
Great values are springing up at Close Time, where you'll find designer fashions for 20 to 50% less every day. Saks.
Close time.
At the Ashby Inn, the secret of our chicken rice recipe is in the rich taste of our chicken stock.
Country Inn rice dishes from Uncle Ben's. Delicious recipes inspired by the finest inns and packed with hearty country ingredients. Some add creamy cheeses like broccoli rice au gratin.
What a great dish.
Others have plump, ripe kitchen-cut vegetables.
That's delicious.
Taste the country at home in Country Inn brand rice dishes, inspired by the finest inns.
I know you're all asked about it, but what do you tell people about the Desnick Eye Center?
Cataract surgery is an outpatient procedure. I was home the same day and could sleep in my own bed.
It seems like you can ask the silliest question, and they'll take time to explain it to you.
And they even provided transportation for me.
Call the Desnick Eye Center, 312-282-9700. The best eye care in sight.
Tonight on Primetime, safety belts. Are you safe? Not according to some experts.
American belts are the cheapest, least effective seat belts.
More than 70 million Americans are driving cars with second-rate seat belts. Plus,
I don't know much.
He's got the body of a wrestler and the voice of an angel. And he's just one reason the Neville Brothers are America's most popular unknown band. On Primetime.
Followed by Eyewitness News at 10, here on Channel 7.
Jim Rose is here with sports now. It sounds like Charles Barkley is going to pay for his bad behavior.
He has to learn how to expectorate somewhere else. The NBA came down hard on Charles Barkley today. The 76ers superstar has been suspended for a game without pay and fined $10,000 for cussing out and spitting at a fan Tuesday night in New Jersey. Now, if you watch the left-hand portion of your screen, you can see the leather-lunged fan who got under Barkley's skin at the Meadowlands. Barkley was trying to spit on him, but wound up hitting an 8-year-old girl. The Philadelphia superstar said today he made a big mistake that he could not even begin to apologize for because that's not good enough. Well, last night, Portland put a little more pressure on the Bulls by rallying.
And we'll have more at 6.
All right, thank you, Chuck. Great day in Norfolk. Not a bad day in Chicago. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Jerry Taft, however, has a chilly weather forecast. And a bit later, we'll meet a Chicago teacher who goes that extra mile to help her students succeed.
Make sure that...
I don't understand, you know? Fridays and Saturdays, my busiest days. Every once in a while, this, nobody. And I don't know why. But I even tried some gimmicks. Buy a soup, get a free paperweight. Guess Ernie's weight, get a free soda. What does it take to get somebody to come in here? Ernie, customer. Yes, sir. What can I do for you, sir? I've changed my mind. It's a complete and utter mystery.
It's another sellout crowd at Toyota's Big League Sales event. Hi, I'm Joe Garagiola. Let's go to Johnny Bench in the dugout.
Thanks, Joe. Earl Weaver has this team pumped up to deal.
Hear those fans? Most loyal in the league, because Toyota's got more Best Buys than any other import. And with Camry option package savings up to $900 and factory-to-dealer incentives up to $1,000, you can go all the way.
Are you going to play ball?
After you.
After you.
After you.
After you.
See your Toyota dealer today.
We're really playing ball.
What's a good demonstration of how powerful a vacuum is? How about paper clips? Jelly beans? Quarters? Marbles? 3/4-inch nuts? 3/4-inch bolts? 3/4-inch nuts and bolts? What vacuum has this much power and a hose that lets you clean from floor to ceiling? The Regina Housekeeper Plus. Oh, the Housekeeper Plus also picks up dirt.
Famous family brands, famous family buys, famous footwear. The brand name shoes you want, the price you want to pay. Famous footwear, everyday low prices, and this special sale. Right now, half price for Easter. Great styles for men, the latest for women, the brightest for kids. Every second pair is half price, just in time for Easter at every Famous Footwear. Brand name shoes for less. That's what makes us famous. Famous Footwear.
All right, I got up this morning and you were talking about wind chill. I thought, no, wait a minute.
That's right. Actually, the wind chill was 6 above at 6:30 this morning.
Took notes.
Get up early, don't you?
I get up early because I want to be with you.
I also said it was only going to be in the mid-40s, and we're now in the mid-50s.
Years ago, there were like 200 baseball card stores across the U.S. Now there's over 10,000. You have 1 million serious baseball collectors. So this is a business that it seems like it's getting bigger and bigger every year.
I just think it used to be just for fun. We used to pitch them in the backyard to trade them to see who could, you know, and now they're big money.
We only had foresight.
I liked the bubble gum in the cards, to tell you the truth.
Fleur's bubble, double bubble. When we come back, one of the nation's top singers will talk about her upcoming special for the returning troops.
Perfect.
Back in 5, Stephanie.
When you're trying to eat right, days like this are a disaster. Is this it?
Stephanie Powers talks about Kellogg's Nutri-Grain.
The only time I really control what I eat is at breakfast, and the whole grain in Kellogg's Nutri-Grain gives me a natural start.
No sugar added, no preservatives, nothing fake. No matter what I eat later, at breakfast I call the shots.
Naturally good. Nutri-Grain, the natural place to start.
I wonder why Helen doesn't worry about my diet. She never buys me oat bran. She got me a recliner for Christmas. You don't suppose she's trying to...
Honey, what do you say we go to Wags for some chicken?
Fried chicken?
Introducing the Wags Gets Fresh menu with lighter, leaner dishes, including Oriental chicken salad.
That was great, sweetheart. How could I have suspected her of...
Now, how about a nice piece of chocolate pie?
Pretty woman, walking down the street.
life is full of surprises. Like the remarkable value of Mercury Topaz. So many standard features. It may surprise you, but the price sure won't. Mercury Topaz. Simply more of a great value at your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
Accidents? I don't even think about them anymore.
Introducing new improved Attends undergarments. Now the best protection is Attends protection. Because unlike others, new Attends has a snug, secure shape and fits high at the waist, not low. It also has a special absorbent pad built right in with 50% more super absorbent material. So it absorbs more than ever before to help protect you better against leaks. For a free sample, call 1-800-4-ATTENDS.
This weekend, a big special will air to welcome home American troops who've been in the Persian Gulf. And it will feature...
And I'm subjective. I go with my heart.
Really?
Oh, honestly.
First time he's admitted that. When we come back, Harry Porterfield will introduce... I can't even talk now. I'm so choked up. Introduce us to an award-winning teacher he thinks we should know.
What do you get with Jenny Craig?
I got everything I needed.
Definitely.
Kimberly was my friend, and she still is. They make you feel special.
Randy, you're a champ.
The food is fantastic. It's delicious.
Normal, human, regular food.
They taught me how to modify my eating habits.
What to eat, what not to eat.
How to say no. And I love it. Exercise.
Run.
Walk.
Bicycling.
Yeah.
What do you get with powdered diets? Kick the can. Join for only a $69 service fee. Call now.
The perfect Chicago radio station. Well, it's got to play all the hits.
All the latest stuff.
But it's got to play some dusties, too.
The best of the old stuff.
And don't talk all the time. Just play the music.
There's this station, V103.
V103 is a very good station.
The one with the best variety of hits and dusties.
That's what a radio station should sound like.
V103.
That's Chicago.
Ever feel too clumsy some mornings to make a pot of coffee? Wake up to Maxwell House filter packs. Coffee blended with Colombian beans. Pre-measured in their own filters. Because better beans do make better coffee. No fumbling, no bumbling. You get a perfect pot every time. Maxwell House filter packs blended with Colombian beans. Because better beans make better coffee.
From the look on his face, I knew something was wrong.
I needed something to fill Easter baskets. I'd been unusually jumpy and, well, I dropped all the eggs.
We didn't have any eggs, but I was able to show him a nice frost-free refrigerator.
TVs, stereos, appliances, and talk about affordable. Hey, you're looking at a guy who only works once a year.
I showed him a Samsung touch-control microwave oven for only $99.
Highland came through for me. They really saved my tail.
Officials have just revealed that yesterday's fire that killed 4 people in Carpentersville apparently began when a heater ignited a bucket of gasoline kept in the home. That fire, then fanned by the high winds, destroyed the house, killing a woman and her son, daughter, and niece. Marianne. Thank you very much, Harry. We'll be back after a final timeout.
2 more truckloads from Mohawk. There's no room. Cut the price in half. All these carpets are overstocked. Cut the price in half. We're way overloaded on these Stainmasters. Cut the price in half. Carpet half price, padding half price, labor half price. Right now, an entire warehouse full of carpet, half price. Installation half price. Soft foam pad, half price. You simply can't save more. Carpet, padding, labor, all half price. Don't miss it. Sale ends Saturday at New York Carpet World.
Broadway's most critically acclaimed play is now on stage in Chicago. The romantic comedy Prelude to a Kiss. Winner of the Outer Critics Circle Award, nominated for 2 Tonys and 4 Drama Desk Awards. The New York Post called it enormous fun, touching, romantic, sexy, and dazzling. The Sun-Times called it beguiling, and the Tribune called it an inspired stroke of imagination. Prelude to a Kiss, now playing at the Wellington Theater. For tickets, 975-7171.
Grace your holiday table with fine jewel values. Start with a holiday favorite, cooked smoked ham shank portion, just 79 cents a pound.
A tempting dessert calls for Farm Stand Florida strawberries, only 79 cents a pint. And stock up and save on Coke, Pepsi, or RC favorites, just $4.88 a case. For the happiest Easter,
welcome back to Toyota's Big League Sales Event.
With the 4Runner. On deck, Toyota
These
trucks.
Toyotas have been #1 with the fans for years. Hi! Gaylord Perry, what's Luciano doing?
He's checking out the 4Runner deal. I think they're loading up savings on the option package. Up to $800. They're putting something extra on everything. Up to $900 on 4x4s and incentives up to $1,000.
Get out of here! It's a great deal.
It looks like I could learn something about loading one up from these guys.
Your Toyota dealer's putting his best stuff on every deal. We're really playing ball.
How to start a small business and succeed, and maybe make it big. Sunday morning, 8:30, face to face.
that's Eyewitness News at 4. Thank you for joining today. The News at 5 continues with John and Diane.
Thank you, Joe. Less than 24 hours after a destructive twister hit, village clean up debris from the violent weather.
Also coming up, 4 Wisconsin residents will escape with a loot. 2 of the 3 winners of...
Something.
Yell at me.
Touch it.
Information I have notified Pail Hospital.
Some of the most serious damage. The people here were already hard at work today, trying to salvage what they could. The Johnsons had lived here for 15 years. Yesterday, Jenny and her dad were home when the storm hit.
I was in my room and I heard the siren. I went into the TV room and I looked out the window and on top of my friend's house was the forming of the tornado. And so I said something's happening, and my dad said there's a tornado coming. So we went downstairs and we hid under the table.
Ironically, the warning, the sirens, which got Jenny and her dad out of that portion of the house, didn't come from the National Weather Service, but from an alert Lemont police officer who saw the tornado coming and sounded the alarms. Sergeant Tom Hess ordered the village sirens sounded just before the twister picked up his car and sent it flying across the road.
I was told by a few people that they heard the siren and they came outside to look what was going on, and seeing the tornado. 15 seconds later, their house was leveled. So they came out of their house because of the siren, and that makes me feel like by me setting it off, I may have saved some lives by doing that.
This is what it looks like here up in the southwest corner of the village of Lemont. You can see the sky clearly visible over the baby's room of this house. Fortunately, no one was home at the time. There were a lot of people home, and they escaped miraculously without injury. One man was working on the roof of a near-finished house. He happened to look out a window. He was actually in the attic. He happened to look out a window, saw the twister about a quarter of a mile away, and raced to the basement. As soon as he got down under the stairs collapsed, trapping him and his partner inside. Fortunately, no one was hurt. That's part of the story here from Lemont. Bill, let's go back to you, where the most serious of the destruction occurred.
Well, you can tell that this is pretty serious. This is the garage. There are some people who are starting to rebuild already, and with hundreds of buildings damaged. That's going to be the story, as we have learned from Plainfield, for the next few weeks and few months. And city services are going to play in a very important role. Mike Parker has that story. Michael?
All right, we're live here at the Police Command Center here in Lemont. This is where the disaster
covered, and what lessons it has learned that we could learn here. And in other news, investigators try to figure out what caused that deadly fire in Carpentersville. Stay with us.
Right now at Empire Carpet, you can get up to 65% off.
Plus delivery next day and no payment till July.
65% off.
Better call now.
Empire! Well, you know, people come from all over the world to the University of Chicago hospitals. They've been making miracles happen for years, like a discovery that led to new treatments for breast cancer, prostate cancer, and to a Nobel Prize. And I hear they're getting closer to curing diabetes, making great progress with MS, arthritis. It's kind of nice to know they're nearby.
The University of Chicago Hospitals. Call if you'd like to learn more.
Catch all the excitement of NCAA basketball this weekend on Channel 2. Your local Ford dealer, Quality People, Quality Products, is a participating advertiser.
From the look on his face, I knew something was wrong.
I needed something to fill Easter baskets. I'd been unusually jumpy and, well, I dropped all the eggs.
We didn't have any eggs, but I was able to show him a nice frost-free refrigerator.
TVs, stereos, appliances, and talk about affordable. Hey, you're looking at a guy who only works once a year.
I showed him a Magnavox 19-inch remote color TV for only $239.
Highland came through for me. They really saved my tail.
Easter is coming, and Burlington Coat Factory has these good-looking boys' suits and raincoats, sale priced at only $39.75 each. So what are you waiting for?
This week at Dominic's, bag a bunch of our golden ripe yellow bananas, so delicious and nutritious, and just 39 cents per pound. Pay just a little bit for a whole lot of pop. Get a case of 24 12-ounce cans of selected Pepsi or Coca-Cola products for only $4.78. And enjoy big savings on all the farm fresh goodness of Nancy Martin 2% milk in Dominic's Dairy Case for just 99 cents a gallon.
The clouds are beginning to cover up the sun here in Lemont. The destruction all around me is sadly familiar to another time, August 28th of last year. 29 people were killed in Plainfield. Lessons were learned there, however, and Mike Flannery reports for us on what those lessons were and how they could help for this terrible day.
Jim and Paula Deerdorf are almost done rebuilding the family laundromat business that was destroyed by a surprise tornado last August. It's been a tough time for them and their children, so the latest tornado alarm triggered a terrible sense of dread.
Was a very
He is Joe DeLeonardi, a flamboyant Chicago cop who's had a roller coaster career, and will tell you why he is turning in his badge. And up next in sports, Fernando Valenzuela gets ready to turn in his Dodgers uniform.
Mercury Cougar. Nothing can look so good, feel so right, striking, responsive, unforgettable. Because everything you want is everything it's got. Mercury Cougar. This car is you. At your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
After being voted best value in America, Little Caesar wanted to thank you personally.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, beautiful toga.
The entertainment's here.
Thank you, thank you.
A gladiator.
From Little Caesars, 2 pizzas with 90% more pepperoni and free crazy bread. $6.99 for medium, just $9.99 for large.
Thank you, thank you.
If you start any remodeling project without planning carefully, you could be left in the dark.
Honey?
So let the Enlightened Remodeling video light the way. It will guide you through everything from choosing a contractor to creating the beauty of a home lit by window light. The Enlightened Remodeling video, just $2.95 at Anderson Window Center stores.
Schererville Lumber and Supply, Manuka Grain Lumber and Supply, Woodland Lumber Company, Willie Brothers Company.
Washington apples. They're as good as you've heard.
One of the best pitchers to ever play the game of baseball may be calling it quits. John, something about it.
Sure you boys will be all right?
Yes.
Into overtime.
Ah, the virtues of milk.
Here's the kickoff.
Milk helps supply protein for strong muscles, phosphorus for good hand-eye coordination,
He's wide open, but it's picked off.
calcium for strong bones,
Whammo! And it's an end around. What a play! It's all over. Holy total.
and
Hi,
thiamine
honey. Who won the game?
they did to boost your morale. Milk, it does a body good.
When you think of Easter, think Woolworth. For beautiful Gibson Easter cards, the assortment is fantastic. The prices are right. Think Woolworth for Easter candies, like Hershey Kisses, with almonds too. There's Cadbury eggs and lots of chocolate rabbits and eggs, all priced at 2 for $3. Think Woolworth for all your basic needs, like shampoo. This Revlon Flex and Go shampoo and conditioner in one is only $2.99. For all your Easter shopping, it's Woolworth.
Grace your holiday table with fine jewel values. Start with a holiday favorite, cooked smoked ham shank portion, just 79 cents a pound. A tempting dessert calls for farm stand Florida strawberries, only 79 cents a pint. And stock up and save on Coke, Pepsi, or RC favorites, just $4.88 a case. For the happiest Easter,
Right now, you can get a great deal on the car, road, and track calls best in its class. In other words, you can get the maximum for the minimum. See your participating Nissan dealer now, and he'll give you a break. Is the Nissan Pathfinder the right 4x4 for you? Maybe. Probably. Definitely. See your participating Nissan dealer now, and he'll give you a break.
North and central Indiana are still reeling from the impact of the same giant storm system that battered Illinois yesterday. Winds reaching a staggering 90 miles an hour killed 80 flight attendants. It won't confirm the layoffs, but a spokesman said the number sounds about right. When Midway filed for bankruptcy on Tuesday, company officials vowed to keep operating on a business-as-usual basis. Coming up when we come back from a break, some warning signs on the West Coast for a magnificent butterfly called the monarch.
Everyone claims low prices. Fretter proves it. A General Electric gas range with self-cleaning oven. Ward's price was $649.99. A good price. Highland was lower, and Sears still lower. But Fretter's everyday price was the lowest by far. More than $120 less than Ward's. More proof. It's always better to shop at Fretter.
American Airlines is proud to announce special low fares that go everywhere. $69 to $289 to anywhere in the continental U.S. and Hawaii. Most of the Caribbean from $184 to $244. And exciting European destinations from as low as $299. Plus great low fares to the Pacific and the Far East. Seats are limited and tickets must be purchased by April 8th. So call us or your travel agent today. American Airlines, the airline that means business in Chicago, is on its way to another important European city, Milan. With daily non-stop service, beginning May 23rd. So now American can offer you service to more of Europe than ever before. Because now we also mean business to Italy.
Les Miserables, the world's most popular musical.
Don't just imagine delicious Carson's ribs sizzling in their tangy, mouth-watering sauce. Enjoy them at home today. Dial Carson's now and your complete rib dinner will be ready in no time. Carson's, the place for ribs. Dial 312-CARSONS.
This is spring when it sustained heavy damage, totaling more than $100,000. 3 other aircraft and 2 hangars had only minor damage.
We'll have more on the Lemont tornado in just a few minutes, but first, a quest for justice. In other words, how one community fights to put the killers of a South Side store owner behind bars.
Also ahead, a legendary Chicago police officer calls it quits.
Hey, nice suit. Expensive?
Not at Burlington Coat Factory.
Designer dress. Cost a lot?
Not at Burlington Coat Factory.
Wow, great outfits. Cost your mom plenty?
Not at Burlington Coat Factory.
But why do they call it Burlington Coat Factory?
Because they have more thieves than anybody.
Besides, ever try to say Burlington ladies, men's, kids, suits, shirts, sportswear, linens, dresses, furs, slacks, Coat Factory?
Save up to 52 2/3% on everything during our in-store warehouse sale. It just makes sense to buy from the factory-authorized Lazy Boy Showcase shops. 1-800-678-BOYS.
Easter's on its way, but the Easter Bunny's already been to Jewel, delivering bowers of flowers and lots of pretty pots with even prettier plants, all specially priced to make your Easter gift-giving easy and economical. Like the traditional favorite, Easter lilies, with over 5 blooms, just $7.99 each. For the important person in your life, nothing says Happy Easter better than beautiful flowers from Jewel. Just ask the Easter Bunny.
Hey, I just figured a way to get my family into a bigger car without paying a bigger price. I found it at my Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer, the 1991 Sonata. It's got more than enough room, power, and features for a family of 5. And at this price, with these monthly payments, it's less than some compacts. Sonata is no ordinary mid-sized car. Take it from me, this Hyundai Sonata is the only choice.
See your Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer today.
Today's weather, sponsored by your local Hyundai dealers. Test drive his full line of quality cars from Hyundai. Yes, Hyundai.
Tonight, a group of residents is
halfway around the world. You were never far from my heart. Now we want to welcome you back with open arms. Channel 2 welcomes you back with open arms.
Cruising, I feel, is something that a lot of people dream about.
Between a wish and a dream,
Somewhere is here on a princess cruise.
somewhere between a wave and the sea, between a glance and a touch,
Somewhere. Only on Princess. It's more than a cruise. It's the Love Boats.
It's the go ahead and get it, cause you know that you can have it store. The go ahead and choose it, cause you know that you can use it store. It's the place you gotta go to get the things you're looking for. Remco, the go ahead and get it store.
It's Remco's furniture sale. Get this River Oaks living room set for just $17.99 a week. We've got bedroom and living room sets by Bassett, bunk beds for the kids, and more. Quantities are limited.
Remco, the go ahead and get it store.
It's another sellout crowd at Toyota's Big League Sales event. Hi, I'm Joe Garagiola. Let's go to Johnny Bench in the dugout.
Thanks, Joe. Earl Weaver has this team pumped up to deal.
Hear those fans? Most loyal in the league, because Toyota's got more Best Buys than any other import. And with Camry option package savings up to $900 and factory-to-dealer incentives up to $1,000, you can go all the way.
Are you going to play ball?
After you.
After you.
After you.
After you.
See your Toyota dealer today.
We're really playing ball.
This time of year, we're afraid to turn to you to ask what's next.
What's next,
Is
right?
it going to be calm for a day or two?
You could keep your back to me and ask me instead of turning to me. But, well, it's just the kind of time of year, and this particular year, where we're going to have a lot of upset conditions in the weather, I think. It's significant that, like the Hawaiian Islands have been getting all these storms in California, and as long as we're in that belt of the westerlies coming in from the Pacific, we could still get rough weather. But not to scare anyone.